Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 with some more racing. My car is slightly damaged, although from the crashes. However, this is the Beta Duke, so it's supposed to be a little bit, well, beaten up to begin with. The track we are driving around is the laddocoaster. Now, this was the first track Laddo ever built. We drove it a long time ago with a Formula 1 car in the snow, I believe, was one of the things that went around here. However, this is kind of a modified, a remade, in theory, a kind of better made, less likely to get stuck on the walls kind of a track. There is a loop and there's some jumps, I think, and all of that. We're going to see how it goes. I don't think we've ever actually used the Beta Dukes for any race. I could be wrong, but I can't say I remember driving it. I think it has weird collisions. Well, we've already seen it has some pretty weird collisions. So, yeah, who knows what's going to happen in this race. It might be a mess. How has a car ended up there? I don't know. But it has. Oh, can we get... I want to go for, like, the aerial overtake on everybody. Not that I'm going to get it, because everyone's crashed. Oh, dear. Well, I know where the thumbnail image is coming from. I do remember there being a load of problems on the jump before. It's now got a little bit more runoff area. The track is just generally a little bit safer for racing, a little bit more runoff area, less sticky walls and all of that sort of stuff. I do remember the jump having potential for chaos, and sure enough we had that on the first lap. There is a very sideways red car, a very sideways me as well in all of that. Here we go, on to loop. Been a long time since we've had a circuit with a loop in. Oh, red car tried to climb over us. Did not work out so well for said red car. We will clonk our way down there. Oh, there's a hairpin off the end of the ramp that everyone forgot about. I apologise to the pink car. I forgot to turn all my stuff on. I had forgotten about the hairpin and carried a bit too much speed, and we bumped the pink car. We were slightly less rude about it than presumably Danger Man, who carried a lot of speed and took me and the pink car even further out of the race. How far away are we from the leaders? So Ewan's up in that pack up there, that's fine. We're not a million miles away from the front of the race. We will try and chuck it around the outside at turn 1. That barely stuck to the road. We got away with it. We got away with it a lot better than the bright pink vehicle in front of us, which is something. Can I duck underneath? Nope, tried. Didn't work. We've got a longbow behind us, with the lights surprisingly still working on that rather smashed up looking car. If we get a big toe down this back straight, we might be able to do something. We've actually fallen out of it. Me and Chris have exactly the same idea. Can we get a big toe? No. Even longbow's kind of a little bit wonky there, not really in the slipstream. Doesn't really get a big... I was expecting Longbow to get a bigger draft. Whoa, that's a very big sideways moment through there. The green car's going to look, but we can cover the inside up at the hairpin. Not going to find a way around the outside. These don't have the grip to make that work. We will get in the slipstream. I mean, Longbow's not going to pass us this corner, but we've kind of got ourselves to the point where we're almost in the lead fight again, which is kind of what we want. The loop might cause some mayhem. We'll have to wait and see. Oh god, I'm trying to avoid... Oh, there's a lot of cars heading up the loop. Oh crap, there's a bump between those two. I just wanted to avoid... I wanted to avoid the bump so I didn't lose speed. The problem was, in avoiding it I lost a lot of speed as well, and we've all just fallen a little further back from that lead group, and I very nearly took out the purple car. We've built a gap back to the rest of the field. Quite sure they must have had a crash on the loop would be my guess. Stevie thankfully did see the fast approaching orange car. We'll move up to 6th. I mean, again, we're not going to get away from Stevie. We'll bring Stevie with us, and hopefully both of us will join a 7-car battle for the lead of the race. It's going to be just don't slide. If we can get away without sliding the vehicle, we'll make some serious lap time. I'm not sure where Chris is going there. Please don't understeer too wide. I'm hoping there are not stop sticks out there. There weren't. I didn't really want to go that wide. It was avoiding a slow-moving Chris who was in trouble. Through all of that, we'll try and bobble the curb a little bit and get in the slipstream of Hyper, because otherwise we're going to get drafted. We're going to have some aerial overtakes going on. No, not quite. Gliska is twisting in the air up in front. I don't know where the turquoisey car has landed. Okay, it's off the circuit. Oh, crap. Oh, there's a gap there. I got on the brakes and just about slowed it down. That's fine. We are up into a 5th position. We're in the battle at the front now. Gliska, Danger Man, and Stevie are not that far behind. They might be bringing Joe with them. We'll have to wait and see. Big slide from Hyper. Hyper hits the wall. Oh, bad news for me. This is not the place you want to be spun. This is actually really troublesome for me. Will I have the speed to do this? Oh, just Danger Man's exploded. I presume got caught on the crossover. Woo! There, found Danger Man. That was a wonderful flip from level 8. Was level 8 driving a bright green car today? That was an amazing flip. It was a flip off of Gliska, I think, who was trying to recover, and then a flip off the curb. That's a weird interaction. I'm not expecting these cars to have that sort of curb interaction. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. We do get the funky curb interactions a little bit, but yeah, wasn't quite expecting it regardless. Unfortunately, we're now so far back after that spin, it's going to be difficult. It's not impossible. So the plus point we get here is we can run in clean air. And when I say clean air, I don't mean as in like turbulence you see in a Formula 1 car. When I'm referring to clean air in these kind of games, I mean we're not attacking, we're not defending, we're not being slowed down by the car in front. If a corner is flat out, we can run it flat out. We're not having to worry about lifting for a vehicle that is battling with something else or a slow-moving car. So we can run quick lap times on our own. Now, the downside is we don't have anyone to slipstream with. Okay, that does suck in a couple of places. But when you've got a big pack of cars fighting, yes, they get slipstream, but they stumble over one another. They're fighting too wide, they slide, and, you know, they get caught up. My hope is perhaps that we will be able to make up the time, and then we'll be in the right place on the final lap to pounce and get a couple of overtakes, maybe. I don't know, though, because we're quite a long way back. I feel like a lot of people are entering the loop on that right-hand side, so I'm wondering if I drive down that other way. Oh, I got so much speed off of there. That is not what I wanted. I mean, we might be on for a good lap time here if we can hold this all together. Try and sneaky curb boost wherever we can. If we can catch up to Joe, and we can work together with a slipstream. Now, that's the ultimate way to make lap speed, is when you're doing the teamwork. So you're happy to let the car behind slingshot past you, and you kind of work together to use the slipstream to catch the pack ahead. That's the dream. If you can manage to do it without costing each other too much in terms of lap speed, perfect. Okay, turned in a little bit too much there. We might get there by the final lap. I'm just looking at the amount of laps we have, the distance to the cars ahead. If anybody makes a small... yeah, we should maybe be able to do it. That was a bad call, though, running wide there. Because that was a little bit too extreme of a curb boost. They have been fighting. I mean, we can see Hyper, who was the leader. The gap's gone down to 6 seconds. It was 8 at the line, I think. We might have Blakey come to help us. That would also work, although last time out, or one of the recent times out, Team Orange did not help each other very well. So, now that group is really fighting, and someone's gone around at a blind hairpin. Where is their car going to be? It was on the inside, so we are safe. Awesome stuff. Now we're in the slipstream, but we're also in that there's a car in front of me, and we've got to be careful that we don't tangle with it sort of distance. I don't know where I want to go on the loop now. I feel like the changing position is not a bad way to go. We are nice and early on the brakes, but there's not really much room to get an overtake there. It was a little bit speculative. Well, it's just a bit speculative. It's difficult to get off that corner with any speed. So we just kind of had a look, but we more lost momentum than really had much of a chance of gaining a place. The problem is we're now fighting over sort of fourth. The top cars have got a little bit of a gap. The gap's not really changed to the leader. It's gone down to 5.9, but that's basically what it was 3/4 of a lap ago. We've got to not stumble over each other here, which is really difficult to do because everyone wants to be in the best place to go after the leader, of course. Whoa! That's a weird, funky collision. Why did that car get lifted up? I think Joe lightly bumped the back of Stevie. That it's just enough to lift. The front of their car went down, it lifted the rear of their car up, and I was right behind, so they essentially lifted their car onto my bonnet a little bit. Joe was in an unfortunate place there. Stevie's bounced off the wall, but does recover it. That is a surprising but good recovery right there. We're not that far away. Ewan's pinged off the wall. If we get the loop right, we really need to get a couple of cars maybe overtaken here. Although it's not very many overtaking spots left now. We want to be neat and tidy through here, which we are. We might get Stevie on the run up here. We'll get Ewan. Ewan had a terrible landing to sort of take the loop. We're going to get on the brakes down at the hairpin. No one had a dive. Hyper and Liam are fighting. Unfortunately, that just put them in my path. And this is going to be, it's going to be the run to the line. It's going to be between us 5. Stevie has lost some speed. Maybe got hit on the loop. Don't know. Gliska's out wide, gets a slide on there. We're going to sit in the slipstream. We're going to hope we can be in the right place at the right time. Gliska's gone. Gliska got big snap oversteer. They're too far away. I had to have a big lift to try and not get into trouble, but we're too far back. It's just not a big enough run to the line. You know what? I will take the podium. I will take the podium in all of that, because that was and that could have been a lot worse. I really thought I was a bit done there. Oh, it is a fun track. It is a good fun circuit. Blakey would get the fastest lap of the race, 32.4. That's probably when we're running around our own. I got a decent lap at a 33. Yeah, climb back on the podium from a bit of a way down. Yeah, not displeased with that one. Oh, it was Revs, not Level 8. I must have misread where the names were. Revs is in the bright green car that did the amazing flip. That was good fun. So we head into our second race around here. Hopefully can claw our way a little bit further up. I mean, podiums are always good, but hopefully we can do a little bit better. Hopefully we can not get stuck or not lose so much time early on, basically, is what we're going to go for here. We've got the Calico up next. Pretty damn fast, this vehicle. Should be good to go racing with. We'll have considerably more grip than... considerably more grip than we got from, and a lot more speed than we got from the Beta Dukes. God, when this thing gets in the draft, it is sketchy as anything. It just fires along. Can we get some slipstream? We're not really close enough. Yeah, it's too far back. We're going to get aerial overtaken by a lot of cars. Oh dear. We got a bump from behind. Oh, and it's all gone wrong. It's still going wrong. It's still going wrong. I mean, we got we got pushed into the corner, and we somehow got away with it. We lost a few places. We did lose a few places in all of that. However, it went a lot worse for Chris, who initially, I think it was Chris's contact from Chris sort of jumping over this that initially started as twisting, but Chris then proceeded to get rolled and headed off towards the wall, and a few other cars got rolled along the way. Yeah, who knows in this one. It's a little ambitious under braking, but we're going to get it stopped in time. Ewan was out a little bit wide. We'll get a good we'll get some momentum coming down this next section with that wide line, but will not be enough to get back past. Oh, it's getting very busy down there. That's a lot of cars. That's a little too tight a line there. Kind of lost too much momentum. There wasn't really a gap. Oh, Blakey's out very wide. That's trouble over there. Come on, slipstream. There we go. It's going to be a little bit too late. There's not really a long enough start-finish straight to do much there. Back end wanted to let go under braking. Not going to have an opportunity to make a pass stick here, and we're probably better off just biding our time a little bit, especially as they all get into trouble up here. We will try and sneak our way around the outside. Might work if we... No, we don't get off that corner well enough. There has been... Oh! It was almost the parting of the waves there between some cars. It kind of was... I had to tap the brakes because I wasn't sure where the spinning vehicle was going to end up. I think there was a big pile up behind me, but couldn't stay looking behind. Just had to focus on the approaching corner. We can make a good run around the outside here. We can. That's a really good run around the outside. The problem is we're going to be then stuck on the outside for this next corner. That is quick. I'm happy. I trust this car more than I do the Dukes for running over that curb on the outside. I trusted the Dukes, and that's what sort of gave me a bit of trouble. This car has got much more grip. It's all-wheel drive. Of course, it's going to have more grip. You know, it's all-wheel drive. One of the fastest. Is it sports category? I don't actually know. It's the fastest tuner car by a mile. It's blooming quick. I don't know about sport. I don't know how it compares to sports cars, but yeah, it's a quick vehicle. That's got lots of grip, all-wheel drive, so we can kind of trust it a lot more on the curbs. Don't remember what it's like in terms of contact. Let's hope we don't find out. Oh, Blakey's going for. That's a good run from Blakey actually to get the lead of the race there. Okay, no point doing anything stupid at this stage of the race. We can't win the race here. We can definitely lose it if we get a really bad crash and a really long reset. So, you know, a pass like that, it was a good attempt, and there was no need to go really silly on the defence. If we can get a good run down here, which we do, we will run the curb a little bit, and we will pull clear. Now, we're not going to stay in this, this lead for too long. They might go for an aerial overtake. I'm going to try and get my car out of the way in case anyone landed on it. Landing on the roof would be bad. So yeah, we'll lose a little bit of time doing that sort of swerve. However, I wasn't sure where they were going to land, and if they land on my car, it might not really affect me. It might flip my car and all of that sort of mess. So if I can avoid it, then I will, basically. Oh, 3 wide into the loop. Let's do it. There's no way this can go wrong at all. Oh, we made it. We made it work. Hyper has exploded. We will carry great speed through there, although Stevie gets a much better run on the exit. Okay, these are not too bad for contacts, considering that bump would have spun quite a few cars. Not that I'm intending on... Oh, Blakey, that's a great dive, actually. That's a really sneaky dive bomb there. Thought about trying to make something work. Problem is, we've got a little bit stuck up on this end of this lap that has just let Chris catch up. We've got a great run down the start-finish straight, though. We should get to the inside and retake a 3rd position, at least. That's good. Ooh, nearly torpedoed the back of Gliska's car. That's fine. We are... Whoa, we haven't actually crashed into them, so all is good. We got... Oh, there's a lot of cars behind us now. So busy with the fight, I wasn't really checking what was going on behind us, and there's a lot of cars have caught up, and I've not had a very good run down here. We've now picked up some speed. We're going to kind of aerial overtake Gliska. Gliska's tried to avoid the ramp. We're going to have a lot of cars now. Bloody hell! Oh, that's a grey car to the inside. It did not quite make it work, but it could have been a lot worse in that. We could have very easily been spun. The orange cars are battling, and that's let Liam past, although Blakey's going to get a better run on the exit. It's the outside for the pre-loop corner, and I can carry a lot of speed on a bit tighter line. We've got nowhere to go with said speed. We're just going to fire over this way, because I don't think as many cars are going up the ramp from that side, so I feel like it's a little safer. Oh, Liam with a huge dive at the hairpin. That's a problem, because, well, Liam had a huge dive on Stevie, and I was stuck with nowhere else to go on the outside while Stevie was getting escorted a little bit wide. Blakey gets away nicely from all of that, but is immediately under fire anyway. We're just going to sit and follow a little bit here. No room to really make this as a passing attempt. I mean, if this was the final lap, we'd have a good amount of momentum towards the finish line, although... Okay, so you can jump the curb there and get a little bit of speed. That is useful information. I've just backed off into turn 1, just to give myself a little bit of space in case anything goes wrong, although it then went wrong a little bit through the next part. They got too close back of Stevie's car. It's manic. It's really good racing around here, though, I will say that much. God, that bump there was horrible. Don't do that again. I can't seem to get the mid-quarter speed there, although Blakey's got in trouble this time around. Slipstream from me out there. It's a little ambitious. I was sort of too close to Blakey to really do much. We're going to get the big aerial tow. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, save it, we do. Oh, Stevie's trying to find a narrow gap through there. Bloody hell, how did we get away with that? We shouldn't have done. I was a little ambitious with the air. I was kind of hoping we were going to get the last second sort of slip. So you can get these kind of crazy slipstream pulls. We've seen it a couple of times. You can get these crazy slipstream pulls in the air. I think it's like if you're already being pulled along by the slipstream and then you get airborne while you're actually in the air, you can get some assistance. Like the slipstream continues to pull you forward while you're in the air. So I was hoping we could use kind of the momentum and be a little bit sneaky. We didn't quite have as much momentum as I thought, which is why we didn't cleanly jump over the cars. However, the fact that we landed on 2 cars, did a wheelie, then went very sideways into a corner and somehow got away with it is amazing. That is not the way I would have expected that to go. I thought I was going to flip and be out of the race, if I'm honest with you. So the fact that we are in 4th and still within a chance. I mean, we're only this far back from the leaders as well, because Gliska outbraked themselves into the hairpin, which is very easily done around this track, but Gliska got a bit wide in the hairpin and caused us some grief. So, yeah, we have been very lucky indeed. Come on, what can we do here? A little too far back, actually, from the lead pair. We've got Noah. Gliska is close behind. Ewan's going for the roll and keep the wheels on the ground approach. It kind of works. You keep the wheels on the ground for longer, but I don't know... you get the wheels on the ground sooner, which is good, but you lose a lot of momentum that the cars in the air get. So I don't know whether that's really at an advantage. I like the thinking, though. It's a fun alternate idea for that section. We get the slipstream on the exit of the hairpin that will keep us in the fight here. We are committed to this outside. Oh, no, I didn't mean to turn across into Gliska. Oh, we got kickflipped by Liam. We got punted by Chris into Liam. I kind of I was trying to move to a central point on the loop. I was trying to get my car across, and it got a little bit squirrely, and I was fighting it, and I just couldn't gather it back up. And once you're in trouble upside down, funnily enough, that's not so great. That's a good dive by Liam. Ewan is out really wide. That's not going to be so good for a Ewan. We've got a tow. Chris has got a better tow than all of us, and I don't know how Chris snuck past there. That is a... That is a mad run to the finish line. I got really in trouble at the end of that one. I just didn't have the run. I did not have the run at all there. Dangerman gets fastest lap of 1:21, down in 7th place. That was a manic race. I enjoyed that race. Again, I didn't get quite as good a finishing position, but yeah, there was some good fun. It's a good track. You know, the rebooted laddocoaster. That's a fun circuit. It's got some good racing, got some spectacular moments. What more could you ask for, really, when it comes to GTA 5? Well, there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and thank you very much to Laddo for rebuilding this circuit. Has been good fun to tackle. Shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.